Okay.
All right, it's time to check with Ray Petelin now about the forecast, which we're now into spring, and we expect you to feel like spring going forward. Ray, why can you not provide that?
I can provide it for a couple more days. That's about all we can pull off here. But look at these temperatures. It's 64 Cranberry, Irwin, Plum, 64 degrees, 64 in Washington, Aliquippa, 66. We have 64 in Uniontown, as well as Washington and 67 in Morgantown. Some fantastic spring type temperatures and very fitting for the first full day of spring, which is today. And we have these clear skies that are going to largely take us through much of the night, aside from a couple passing clouds. And tomorrow we'll see the increase in clouds through the day with potentially an isolated shower. And I think the best shots of isolated showers will be south and east of Pittsburgh. Southwest of Pittsburgh, I should say, and moving to the east. But overall, I think the better shots for rain don't come into play until we get into Wednesday. And that's where we have the shot for some potentially heavy rain to come into play. 40 degrees for tonight here in Pittsburgh. Many spots upper 30s and low 40s around, but a real typical type temperature for this time of year. And then we get into tomorrow, and it's back into the 50s and 60s. The big difference between what we have today and what we're getting tomorrow are an increase in clouds and just that isolated shot at a shower. But most of the day should be pretty fine. Now, when we look at the bigger picture, there's a lot of action happening to our southwest. You go from Nebraska all the way down to Texas, and there are severe thunderstorms, tornado warnings, and with it some very heavy rainfall. And this is part of the next system that's going to be impacting us, and the reason we have a first alert weather day coming into play for Wednesday. Now, when it comes to tornado risk, that's going to largely stay pretty much along the Gulf Coast for the rest of today, for tomorrow, and then into Wednesday. It'll shift to a good chunk of the East Coast, especially southeast coast here. But I don't think that type of atmospheric setup with the rotation is going to be anything widespread for us. Our bigger thing is going to be rain totals that could get a half an inch to an inch and a half under some of those heavier downpours, and some gusty winds that might come with an occasional thunderstorm, especially down into Washington, Greene counties. That's where we have the best shot to see maybe an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm on Wednesday. So potentially some gusty winds with this, but the bigger thing is the heavy rain. And you can see this is going to be with us on and off through a good chunk of the day. So when it comes to temperatures, just know the next few days, those are the spring-like temperatures. From there, our numbers fall, and they fall all the way down to the 30s for highs for the second part of the weekend. So tonight, that's not a concern for us. We're looking at 40 degrees, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, another overall pretty good day. We get clouds increasing, temperatures in the low 60s, and the next 7 show that Wednesday, while it's going to be warm, it does come with rain, some of that heavy, and those thunderstorms. That's our first alert weather day. Thursday into Friday, we drop the temperatures from the 60s to the 50s, then the 50s to the 40s, and then the 40s to the 30s between Saturday and Sunday. So a much colder setup, and that could even set us up for a few snowflakes trying to mix in with the rain Saturday and Sunday. Our temperatures do bounce back a little bit for Monday and next week, and at least our skies clear out to give us a little more sunshine.
Thanks, Ray.